What has happened to you? What? After discovering MSG in a recent video, this is ridiculous. How? I'm actually getting quite a lot of your feedback and working out that generally it's not the villain that I thought it was supposed to be. I found that mind-blowing in that first MSG video, so that's what we'll do. This same recipe without MSG and with, and see if it makes a whopping big old difference. Sound good? Well, keep watching. One of the most popular feedback I got from you guys in the comments was actually some of you guys that have to avoid salt in your diet because of the high sodium content. MSG has actually got less than that, so you add that instead. I found that really, really interesting. I didn't get any sort of crazy Chinese restaurant syndrome. I felt absolutely fine despite having quite a lot in that day. But it made me actually think those people, if they're sat opposite their husband or wife, they're just sprinkling it on, maybe they're actually tasting a potentially more delicious version of the food the other person's having. First one, and I think this is going to be a direct hit on the taste buds, popcorn. We'll do it buttered, and I think the MSG is going to help make it more savourier. Is that even a word? Savourier? Is it going to make the corn taste more corny? Savourier. All right, that's just going to cool down a little bit. Just going to melt some butter up. Going to put a teeny pinch of salt in there. If we just did it plain, it's not very fair on the non-MSG one. So this is the non-MSG one. Good little pour there. We only need a little bit of the MSG. Let's coat that. Suddenly, the garden kitchen smells like a cinema. Let's try. Non-MSG, very buttery. And by the way, that was salted butter as well. Well, it's fairly plain. But to be honest, if I was having savoury popcorn, those crazy pumps that you get in America with the butter, that's not really my cup of tea. Putting some spices on and things is actually really, really nice. So that would be what I would generally do. But let's see what this has done. I'm genuinely really intrigued. So we lost no crunch with that. Oh my gosh. Straight away. I'm trying to work out though if it just tastes like Chinese food, and it doesn't. The butter has been lifted but sort of less dominant. The salty flavours are there, but it also tastes kind of more corny. Savoury over. And that was like 1/8 of a teaspoon in there, right? I can really taste the corn. It's lowered the butteriness, heightened the salt and the corn flavours, and we've still got that crunch. Back to this now. Bland. That is so boring. I wanted to do this score on more than just taste, thinking it might have done something to the texture in some ways. Not at all. I'll bear that in mind for future ones, but for the first one, MSG gets the point. Okay, something's happening. Just starting to get ready for test 2. The MSG one is like insanely addictive. Maybe I'm getting like craving popcorn syndrome or something. That is good. All right, literally, I can't stop eating it. But just to reiterate with this stuff, I am still learning myself. I don't know if I'm fully team MSG. Generally, the feedback I had was positive. Of course, there was some negative stuff as well. It was really interesting to see you guys debate about it. I'm still learning it too, but finding it massively fascinating. So test 2 takes on a vegetable that's kind of bland, sometimes a little bitter. Can MSG help that? Can it add that savouriness? Let's find out. So here are 2 broccoli florets. Well, it's not cooked, but it's just bland and bitter and furry, and yeah, I'd make a terrible rabbit. So this is gonna be our broccoli MSG test tray. Trademark. Get some olive oil, so we'll season it a touch. This is some garlic powder. Will the MSG make it taste more garlicky? I'm gonna create a little wall, that silver globe of foil, but thank you to everyone that seriously has encouraged me to try it out on that original video. I have been putting it on some like random things, but I did some looking into it, and these recipes with their sort of different profiles, so like the addiction with the popcorn, this should hopefully smooth out the bitterness a little bit, give it some depth. Olive oil, salted garlic, MSG roasted broccoli versus the non-MSG. Oh, I got some trainers for my birthday, by the way. They won't stay this clean for long. Oh. So a little bit of lemon juice. Will the MSG now like enhance the lemoniness? That is fantastic. Right now, I cannot see how that broccoli could taste more exciting. The salt, the garlic, the lemony bite, the tang. Right, similar size piece, here we go. Looks like a burnt tree. Ooh, that is crazy. But I don't know if I prefer it. It's taken the sharpness out of the lemon. And with that, it's like a much more like rounded taste. But in doing so, I think it's like lost its personality a little bit, which is almost like the polar opposite of what happened to the popcorn. That heightened the flavours. Whereas, of course, we put more on there and maybe that final dressing of the lemon on there, that's increased that zing and driven it up. I'm getting the garlic. The lemon is strong, the saltiness. It's gorgeous. It tastes delicious, but it's almost created its own like consistent flavour, like I've dunked it in a soy sauce or something. For my Barry edit, the longer versions for certain Patreon supporters, I said before this, I think MSG might win them all. I'm sorry, non-MSG for our roasted broccoli test is the winner. So with that in mind, I'm a little worried about our next go-to recipe. So remember, this broccoli one was suggested, it was highly recommended. The third one and why I picked it, it's a completely different kind of texture and build-up, and also I want to see what MSG does to already bold flavours. Garlic bread, and we're going to do MSG in one end of the actual baguette. So it's going to be sort of like, I don't think we're going to sort of do a gradient, but we'll do like 2 batches, but 1 boat, all right? I'm just making some pockets here. And I don't think it matters if you end up breaking. I mean, to be fair, I literally could just cut the baguette in half. But I do like the idea of the same bit of baguette having like a completely different flavour profile. Rather than garlic powder, this time we're taking it up a notch with actual pieces of minced garlic cloves. 3 of them, in fact. So this is going to be our garlic butter. That's looking good. So I've left 5 slits because the one on the end there, I don't know if I'm even going to get anything in that. We'll wedge a little bit in. MSG in these other ones. So again, just literally 1/8 of a teaspoon of it. I always wondered, what is the use of 1/8 of a teaspoon measure? And for MSG, now I know. I'm going to put that end. But like I say, it looks the same because, well, other than a little bit of the flavourful dust, it really is. And there we go, look at it. I'm so glad I put that foil down. I think the foil might be the secret hero of today's video. Right, 3rd recipe. Which way is it gonna go? Hang on a sec. I literally just went like that. Like, is that foil on the right way? And I just watched the clip back. And the foil I put here, this was the non-MSG side first. Thank goodness I had the writing there. The foil goes there. This is my MSG side. That would have proper freaked me out. In you go, my friend. This is going to be fascinating. So far, I'm thinking MSG with lemon juice doesn't really go. Because I just had another bit of that broccoli, and that isn't, yeah. But it smells good. It looks like garlic bread. Ooh, that is crunchy. The garlic flavour is good, slightly roasted, the parsley working with it too, and there's just enough buttery vibes there. I actually think now that we're halfway, this recipe is probably the one that might give the like most minimal difference. But we talked about those flavours. Oh my gosh, very strong, like garlic strong, right? Ooh, yes. It's a much more like subtle difference compared to our other 2. I think the baguette has played a major role in just kind of like being like a mediator. Do you know what I mean? The parsley still tastes like parsley. The baguette still tastes like a baguette. The butter is slightly less noticeable, but it has actually heightened the taste of the garlic, which ultimately for garlic bread you want. Yeah. So in case that wasn't obvious, MSG won that one. This next one will hopefully use MSG to promote roundness and fullness and actually enhance something, well, that's kind of mild. Some peeled Maris Piper potatoes. Boiling that down because yes, recipe number 4, apparently adding MSG to mashed potato completely takes it to another level. A creamy mash. We are going to be cheeky. We are going to use cream. We normally use semi-skim milk. It's still fine. Cream? So that's sort of a soft, mellow creaminess of mashed potato. Apparently MSG will make a massive difference. Oh, so pepper, a big old blob of butter, and this is the cheeky thing, double cream. Oh my word. The one on its own, cream, butter, salt and pepper. It's not going to be too bad, is it? MSG into that mash. Don't get me wrong, when we have mashed potato at home, it's normally like one of those like emergency things. But I feel like it's one of those recipes that you can really sort of make taste proper gourmet. This is going to be really interesting. Non-MSG. Oh damn, that's a really good mashed potato. It's soft, creamy, buttery, just all about the same levels. And actually, in a way, I don't want it to be overpowering. Mmm. Oh my word. What has happened to you? What? That has just raised like the butteriness and the creaminess. Like a little bit like the garlic bread, how the garlic taste was heightened and not too much with the butter. This is sort of it's like grabbed the butter and the cream and gone, right, like we need your help here. And I think that's sort of rounding. We'll use that word, okay? It's got the smoothness of this, but sort of collated the flavors together and just taken it up to something that's actually got a slight aftertaste. There's a depth to it. Going back to this one, it's still okay. But once you have that, oh my word, it's so different. I absolutely love that. It is an awful lot of mashed potato. And I don't want to eat it right now because our last one is all about seeing if we can extra umami with something that should be delicious anyway. Is it going to be noticeable? A cheeseburger. And because we're putting the MSG into the patty itself, I've actually got to make 2 of them. Actually, folks, you know what? I bought a smash burger kit and I've not used it. In fact, I've done a video on a smash burger, so we won't go too heavy on the scenes for this one. A lot of you guys said that I shouldn't have used a griddle pan when I did that, so we'll just use the frying pan. But MSG for one last time, who has won so far. I mean, it's 3-1 up, but the non-MSG recipe is playing for pride. I'm not going to get the tin foil out. I know that this smaller bowl has got the MSG in it. We can't see it, but so far in every dish, we've definitely tasted it, and it's made a heck of a difference, rightly or wrongly. Okay, oh, that'll do nicely, nice and toasted. Burger down, parchment. Oh. This is our plain one first. It's actually really fun. If you want to see my first attempt, I'll put a link for the smash burger video. That came with it. Here we go. Oh yes, look at that caramelization. A slice of mozzarella. I'm gonna stick some gherkins in there. Mustard, ketchup, and lid on, okay? Right, non-MSG to this side. All right, here we go. Squishy squish right down. And we're gonna sprinkle MSG onto the surface of the patty with our cheese coating, basically encasing it in there. If I can't taste that, I'm gonna be very surprised, but then if I can't taste that, I'm not gonna be surprised, especially with the gherkins, the ketchup, and the mustard too. Oh my gosh. MSG in the patty, and on top of the patty, and this one kind of like plain Jane. Am I gonna really taste the difference? You've got the vinegar that the gherkin's been sat in alone. I mean, that's good. What's gonna be really interesting is like the flavor from the ketchup, the mustard, and the gherkins is dominant in that. The bread is a vessel. I couldn't even taste the seasoning in the patty. So is that MSG where it's in the patty and on top of it? What's it gonna do? Wow, that has almost pushed the ketchup, mustard, and gherkins to one side and lifted this incredible, I'm gonna say umami. Like the flavor in the patty, it almost tastes like it's been barbecued. My sort of fear with doing this video in the last one was like adding MSG. Am I gonna make it just taste like a stir fry or Chinese takeaway? Absolutely not at all. I can taste the salt and the pepper in the beef. It's sort of really lifted that caramelization that we've got from the smash burger patty. So all of that effort that we've gone to, whereas like the ketchup and the mustard and the gherkin kind of go to like being like the co-host. They're still there. But here I'm tasting the sugar. I'm tasting the tang and the bitterness, almost what we're trying to lose from that broccoli. So then maybe adding zing on top of that was what killed the broccoli, maybe. The acidity. But with that in there, it's mellowing it out. It's absolute, that is phenomenal. Like, I thought this would be the most mellow difference, and by far, maybe because we put it in twice. I really, really want to keep eating this, but I genuinely have eaten so much food today, I'm going to explode. So final score, 4-1 to the MSG, and I think if I didn't add that lemon juice, it might have been 5-0. I'm really getting fascinated by this. Your feedback from the first video, I'm no doubt feedback from this, and I know there's pros and cons to it. I'll let you guys chat away about that. I probably will do a follow-up or two. I'm finding it really interesting. I mean, I've got a lot of it to use up. I want to start giving it to my friends, but they're just like, nah. I'm like, you just try it. Like that burger with the MSG in it and on top has like massively blown my mind and like kind of like taking me down a whole new avenue of like Flavour Town. Like complete, it's like quite crazy. I don't know if it's extremely sad for a middle-aged man to get excited about that, but that's where we are, okay? And I hope at least 5% of you have enjoyed this adventure with me today as well. Remember, check out the first MSG video, all the other videos here on the channel if you wish it. Go on for blooming years, I've made hundreds. And of course, if you enjoy the video, maybe subscribe, consider sharing the video with a friend, or of course, giving it a like so more people can discover it. And I will see you next time. Ciao for now. I will let you into a little secret. MSG, Mrs. B, she doesn't want to try it. She's genuinely scared. She's like, what is it?